My guest is away from Voivod.
Hello.
And hello. Let's start with the last break and how Voivod started up and the obvious big changes and what's going on now.
Well, actually what happened was after recording 14 in 2006, which was just a couple of months after Piggy's unfortunate departure, Snake and I in particular, well, I'm sure Jason also felt pretty, were confronted with a dark hole in front of us and decided to pretty much call it quit. We were all in a mourning process. We didn't really want to do anything related to Voivod for a while. I actually didn't think we would ever do anything related to Voivod after that. Everybody went his way and we started to build something on our own separately. I really thought people would forget about Voivod, but every time I think people will forget about Voivod, it goes the other way, where everybody who listens to Voivod post comments on Voivod forums saying that we should really get back into the studio, and for this case it was we had a lot of pressure to go back into the studio and finish Infini, which we had started in 2004 alongside 14. Also, during the year 2006, 2007 and 2008, early 2008, we were getting crazier offers by the day for us to reform and start touring again and play the festivals in Europe. And so after a lot of arm twisting from Snake in particular, I decided to give it a shot. Snake was convinced that if we were not gonna go back into the studio to finish the album or go back on the road, Piggy's music would rot and die. So that's really what convinced me to get back into the game. And at this point I was doing a lot of art for other bands, and I had to put a gallery online where people could commission artwork, and I was like flooded with offers to do art. But we finally got an offer from a festival called Heavy Montreal in Montreal to play with Motley Crue and Iron Maiden, and we decided to say yes. Jason at this point was still recovering from a surgery he had on his shoulder, so he was not available. So I asked him if he minded that I would phone Blackie. He was really excited. The intention was to concentrate on the 80s albums. We knew Blackie had this friend Dan from Martyr, who was the greatest guitar player ever. It all made sense, and my main concern was I was afraid, and I'm sure Snake was too, people would think it would be a sacrilege to play live without Piggy and so on. But the reaction of the crowd was amazing. There were lots of kids with Voivod shirts on. I had never seen Voivod before, and so it was just an amazing experience. So we played a couple more festivals in Canada with Judas Priest and Ozzy, and then we went to Japan for the first time with Testament. The experience was really, really cool. Again, there were lots of kids wearing Voivod shirts. Some of them were crying front row. It was pretty amazing. And we filmed the concert and just released it on DVD. By the time we came back from Japan at the end of 2008, we were re-energized, and Snake and I decided to use the energy to go back in the studio immediately and finish Infini. So we spent the winter 2008 and 2009 trading tapes or CDRs or any kind of formats with Jason to finish the album. At this point, the only thing we had professionally recorded was the guitar, so I had to redo my drums. Then we shipped the tracks to Jason. He did the bass, and then he shipped the tracks back, and Snake did the vocals. And so Jason recorded in San Francisco, and Snake and I recorded in Montreal. And then we shipped everything back to Jason, and he mixed the album in San Francisco, and that was done. That was quite a relief. And then we spent the year 2009 going across Canada, going across Europe to do the festivals. We went across to Canada with Down, which was amazing. We played all the Eurofest, and we went to Mexico with Testament. This year we're back at it again, going across USA. We just finished the tour with Creator, which you saw. Went to Science Fest and then play with DRI, which was really cool too. And because they had also a cancer scare. I mean, we share something where Spike got cancer, but seems to be doing very well, which is quite a relief. We're just so happy to see them back on stage, and so were they. Now we're playing 4 shows in 5 days at South by Southwest, which is an amazing experience also. Especially that we just played with Motorhead, heroes of mine. In April we're going to Russia for the first time, and Moscow and St. Petersburg, and then the Eurofest again. And we're getting offers to tour across USA in the fall, so it doesn't seem like it's gonna be stopping anytime soon. We're definitely gonna keep touring as much as possible. It's just the recording part that's kind of blurry right now. Voivod is like a collective now, with Eric Forrest, Jason, Blackie, Snake, Dan, and it's a puzzle for me to figure things out recording-wise. We'll look into it eventually. We'll see what can happen with that. Piggy's departure brought everybody closer together, and now it's like a big family, so it's kind of cool. And last year we ran into Eric in Barcelona and France at the Hellfest, and he came on stage to sing with us. It's all very cool for me. No more bad blood. Oh yeah, you're right.
That was amazing.
One of the highlights of the last year tourings for sure.
Are there any tracks left from what Piggy left?
No, just 2 solo albums that Snake and I would love to finish one day, because it's great music. It won't be called Voivod, but there are 2 albums with guitar, bass, professionally recorded. Same process as 14 et Infini, with Pro Tools. And he did record like a beatbox track,
like a rhythm.
Yeah, some kind of idea of what he wanted to do eventually, and also ideas for vocals. And Piggy's family gave me a scrapbook with lyrics from the 2 solo albums, and but they're not. It's pretty much unfinished. So the only thing that's finished are guitar and bass tracks. So it'd be easy for Snake and I to go into a studio and finish these albums, because we really want to make it available. At this one, we don't know which format is going to be released on. It could only be downloads, I don't know. We're aiming for CDs, but who knows what's going to happen once it's recorded. As for tracks written with the whole band, there are none left. We do have a bunch of jams recorded at Jason's Studios in 2002, 2003, and 2004, and we had rehearsals of tours that we did in 2003 with Sepultura at the Ozfest, recorded at Jason's Studios. That's all material that can be added as bonus eventually on reissues or DVDs, I don't know. Last year we recorded a show at Sweden Rock in Sweden, and also we recorded a Christmas show in Montreal that can be used as a live album. And also Diva 2, the Eric Forrest years, and Diva 3, the Jason Newsted years, are still in production. So it's constant work for me. It's like a lifetime work for everybody. It started when I was a kid, and as a concept for comics, my dream was to draw for Heavy Metal magazine. So, and it turned out into this crazy adventure that just doesn't seem to stop, which is great.
Yeah. Well, and Voivod is certainly more animated than a magazine. I mean, if that was what you intended to do, I want my stuff in comics like
at times
it moves, it's
at times I felt like I was in the magazine, really, like going through these crazy things. Some of them very happy, some of them very sad, but that's what happens when you tour for 27 years. You're bound to hit some wall, and then you stand back up and then get back in the game. Like Who said that? Frank Sinatra, I think? Something like that.
Yeah, he did actually.
That's Life. That's
Yeah,
the song.
right, That's Life,
one
yeah.
of the favorite songs of his.
Right.